Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Salango Law. Get results, not excuses.
Hey, welcome in. Got you a forecast update on a Wednesday. We're all dry out the door this morning. I'll be watching second half of this week, some increasing chances of rain and storms again. That may have some heavy rain and severe storm potential with that. Late today and tonight, northwestern areas of state of marginal risk for an isolated severe storm that's possible late. And then tomorrow, more favored for likely rain and storms. Up to a slight risk for most of us, up to scattered severe weather, mostly damaging wind potential. And with some increasing heavy moisture again, dew points in like the 60s today, then climbing low to mid 70s for dew point values tomorrow. Some moderate to heavy and excessive rain may lead to some flash flood potential for the day tomorrow. A very low chance of a shower this morning and early this afternoon for eastern areas, including the Panhandle. We're in between a warm front and a cold front to the northwest. That's swinging with a strong low passing northwest of us. Late today, overnight, and tomorrow, I'll be timing and placing multiple rounds of showers and storms that may impact the morning and late in the day drive home tomorrow as well. Heavy rain, severe storms a possibility. Fly Super forecast, it starts at home. Chicago, high of 67. Keeping eyes on a risk of flash flooding and a severe weather outbreak in areas of Indiana and Illinois today. From Panhandle to Panhandle, chance of showers and storms late. Warmer, highs near 80. To the east, 70s up in the high elevations. Mid 80s elsewhere, warm, increasing humidity. So temps are going to be warmer statewide generally. A lot of 80s and middle 80s in here. 87 in Huntington. So showers and storms likely tomorrow through tomorrow night. Risk of severe weather. Ending early for Friday, dry for Juneteenth in the afternoon. Saturday, dry, 82. And then long-term, our next round of showers and storms with moisture increasing from the south again, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Within the next couple of few days as well, some moderate to strong south wind flow too.
This is Ben Salango with Salango Law. Salango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted Best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Salango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Salango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at salangolaw.com.
Good morning. We've taken the show on the road once again. MetroNews Talkline is at West Virginia Wesleyan College for the West Virginia Scholar Luncheon today, where one students and their family, their lives are going to be changed forever. It's MetroNews Talkline on the road, and we are underway.
From the WVRC Media and the Metro News Radio and Television Network, the voice of West Virginia, comes the most powerful show in West Virginia. This is Metro News Talkline with Dave Wilson and TJ Meadows.
Check set line up, link. Activated Telos telephone. Switch network control from Charleston to Morgantown.
Stand by. Q Dave and TJ. You're on. Metro News Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
Good morning. Welcome into the program, Metro News Talkline. We've taken the show on the road. We are at West Virginia Wesleyan College for the annual West Virginia Scholar Program. Today is the luncheon. The winner will be announced. 15 finalists are on campus today. They're taking tours of the campus as we speak. We'll meet some of the finalists coming up later this morning. Also, some of the great sponsors who make this happen. Jim Kaufman is going to stop by from the West Virginia Hospital Association. We'll talk to Steve Butler, Jim Wood, and just because we took the show on the road, we can't not double negative talk baseball. Greg Carey will join us from Omaha. Another go or go home day for West Virginia as the Mountaineers will take on North Carolina again this afternoon at the College World Series. Lots to get to this morning. Say good morning, as we always do, to TJ Meadows, who's made the trip north. I've made it south, and we've met in the middle. Oh, ain't that sweet.
You got to turn it on.
Yeah, I got to turn you on.
What are you trying to tell me?
I can turn you off, too. Look at that.
What are you trying to tell me? It's great to be here. I was curious because I'm curious, and I like numbers, so I did what I do.
Yes,
I did
made a
spreadsheet.
spreadsheet.
No, well,
Oh.
no, not in this occasion. So these are median numbers for a college education to get a 4-year degree, anywhere on the low end, $26,000. Oh, that's an annual cost, by the way, up to $61,000. I'm not sure my entire 4-year education costed $26,000. But you talk about changing a life, that's the number. I mean, that's huge. Coming out of school, not owing a dime for it, man. Talk about a start.
And an institution like West Virginia Wesleyan
Yes.
College with the opportunities that are available here. And we're going to get to meet some of the finalists as the show unfolds this morning. And look, we spend a lot of time, we talk about this, talking about problems and challenges and what needs to be fixed and what's wrong with that. But when you get an opportunity to talk to some of these, they're just finished their junior year, rising seniors, they're impressive. I mean, I was, catfishing until 2 o'clock in the morning and playing ball. They're going and doing community service work. They have 4-point plus GPAs, very impressive, and gives you a little bit of optimism as you look forward. And maybe we're all not going to where in a handbasket after all.
Yeah. I was taking a look at this group of 15 remarkable students. Some of them know exactly what they want to do, which is great. An accountant in there, a pediatrician, a nurse. Some are still trying to figure it out, but they're nonetheless willing and ready to seize every opportunity that comes before them. I think the key thing you talk about for our future, we got to listen to these students, these young people that are going to inherit a lot of the problems that we have today. If they're going to do that, they have a stake in fixing them. And I think, things we haven't thought of, maybe they have. So it's not just coming together and celebrating their ideas. It's listening to those ideas and putting them into action.
We'll meet some of the students. We're going to talk to West Virginia Wesleyan President Dr. James Moore this morning. Friend of the show from West Virginia Wesleyan College, John Walls, is going to join us on set coming up as soon as we get back to Buchanan. This is MetroNews Talkline. We're live at West Virginia Wesleyan today for the West Virginia Scholar Program. We'll be back in a moment.
In West Virginia, community is everything. It's about showing up for each other. Vin Salango and the team at Salango Law don't just work here, they live here, proudly sponsoring local events and giving back to the neighborhoods they love. So when you're facing a serious injury, trust the local team that's always in your corner. They spent over 25 years fighting for West Virginia families. Salango Law. Get results, not excuses. Visit us at salangolaw.com.
They say you can't take the lottery with you. But now, you can play anywhere, anytime with iPlay, the West Virginia Lottery's official app. From Cooper's Rock to the Greenbrier River, from the bleachers to your living room, iPlay goes where you do. Safe, simple, and always West Virginia proud. Play anywhere, anytime. Download iPlay today. iPlay, the fun, secure way to play, wherever life takes you. 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Are you ready to reach the finish line of retirement? At the Stike team at Wealth Enhancement Group, we provide comprehensive guidance for retirement planning in West Virginia. With years of experience, we'll draft a plan tailored for your unique goals. Whether you're just starting or nearing retirement, we make the process as simple as possible, easy, and stress-free. Visit wealthenhancement.com/Stike to set up a complimentary consultation and get started on your plan today. Let's work toward your dream retirement together.
Summer in West Virginia means open roads, blue skies, and endless possibilities. But if you don't have reliable wheels, getting to work or making it to a doctor's appointment can feel like an uphill climb. That's where Good News Mountaineer Garage comes in. We take donated vehicles, fix them up, and get them to fellow mountaineers who need them the most. This summer, let's keep our community moving. Donate a vehicle today by calling 866-GIVE-CAR or visit goodnewsmountaineergarage.org. Donate a car, change a life.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Calva Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the a new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
On the next State of Minds.
The number of users of AI just continues to grow every day, and the complexity of the tasks that people use them for. We are members of community, and we want to be hiring one of the community members or many of the community members where we go. And that's very important to us.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
We are on the road today on the campus of West Virginia Wesleyan College for the West Virginia Scholar Program. The winner will be announced later this afternoon at luncheon. 15 finalists on campus today. They're out on campus tours. We're going to meet some of those finalists coming up as the show unfolds this morning. Joining us here is friend of the show from West Virginia Wesleyan College, John Walls. John, good to actually see you in person. We're always doing Zoom or phone calls. It's nice to actually get to see you, buddy.
You as well, and wonderful to have you guys here on campus today.
Is there some excitement in the air around campus today?
I think so. Nerves, probably.
Nerves?
As well, yeah. We've learned over time to kind of keep this day as tight as possible because we find we have a lot of students that are pretty nervous about the process and to meet all the other finalists. And but it's an exciting time for them too because they're getting to go through a college process and getting to meet other students who are like them, some of the very best and brightest in the state of West Virginia.
I enjoy talking to you because you're an alum of this institution. Tell us what first drew you here.
Yeah, you know, when I'm from Weirton, West Virginia, and didn't have a lot of friends that had looked at West Virginia Wesleyan, but a guidance counselor had directed me here, and I wanted to be able to do theater and writing and wasn't sure what I wanted to do, like most of our students. I'm not always still sure, you know, like most. And this is a college that really provides so much support to a student that wants to do a lot of different things, wants to explore a lot of different stuff. Academically, we're generally known as the most rigorous in our state and think we provide great support to those students. So it's a challenge, but it's always met with a lot of support. And then, of course, once I step foot on campus, I think that sealed a lot of it for me. We hear all the time that this looks like a college campus, and it certainly does.
As opposed to whatever it's supposed to look like.
Yeah.
See, I find this. I remember when I was a senior. You remember?
Yeah.
You think it's WVU, it's Marshall. You got to go to a big school. You don't realize we have some, and I mean this in the nicest way, hidden gems. But you got to go see them in Buchanan. You got to go see them in these places, and you realize what kind of opportunities are right here at home.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And 85% of our faculty here hold the highest degree they can. The faculty that teach here are here because they want to teach. There's certainly a lot of value in research and publishing books, and our faculty do those things too. But they have to be here because they want to support students and work through those things, and that's what the gem of that really is you know, having a campus where it's highly residential. 92% of our new students live right here on campus from 35 states and 24 countries. So we're from a lot of places. We live right here as part of the community during the school year, and that whole round experience is really what draws people to West Virginia Wesleyan.
Here's what I hear when you say that. I hear a deeper, more enriched one-on-one experience. Fair?
That is fair, yeah. And you know, a student that graduates from West Virginia Wesleyan, it would be highly uncommon for them not to go to a faculty member's house for dinner, not to have those direct kind of connections, not to leave here with letters of recommendation from a provost, from a dean, from even the president of the college, you know, all of which are accessible to our students. Maybe to a fault, some of them would tell you. They can usually find and address student and family concerns directly, and having that pipeline and being able to have that support really is the difference.
Talking to John Walls, West Virginia Wesleyan College. We're on the campus in Buchanan today for the West Virginia Scholar Program. The luncheon later this afternoon where the winner will be announced. 15 finalists on campus today. So what are the finalists getting an opportunity to do this morning?
Yeah, so they're going to see a little presentation about applying to college and about the college process and about West Virginia Wesleyan, so they can spend some time learning. We have a panel of faculty and staff we brought together so they can ask some questions, ask again as they're going to be rising seniors what kind of classes they should be taking, what kind of support Wesleyan provides, and then we'll go right from there to our luncheon where we'll celebrate all of the finalists and provide them all some benefits and name the runners-up and the winner, of course, and that's going to be very exciting for us. And then there'll be some optional campus tours. We used to do those in the morning, and then we thought these nervous students don't want to tour around until after lunch, so we give them the time to do that afterward, and luckily we ordered up a great day today, so a perfect day for a campus tour.
Talk to us about the field, because we get a lot of people who apply. Mm-hmm. It has to be narrowed. A lot of really strong candidates. Yeah. You know, they get cut early in the process, unfortunately. But talk about this year's field.
Yeah, so when we started all the way out, it was about double the amount of applicants we had for this program last year, so it grew just that much in 1 year, which was really exciting. And from all different parts of the state, just like the finalists, they really represent a lot of different parts of geography of the state, which was exciting. The difference in them is narrow. The finalists, I think, had a 3.99 average GPA. The non-finalists, I think, were somewhere in the 3.7, 3.8 range. So these were all great students that applied to this program. We've already sent those students who couldn't be finalists for the program some benefits, some scholarship information, so they can get started and see some benefit in going through the process as well. But the field has been super talented. The majors are a wide variety. We were looking at those for our academic folks, and just a lot of people interested in healthcare, a lot of people interested in education and in the sciences and cybersecurity, lots of different things. So, and very similar to the way our students are here at Wesleyan.
John Walls joining us from West Virginia Wesleyan College. I do not envy you all who have to go through, and you really have to nitpick to get this field narrowed down to 15, and I really don't envy you having to go through this field of 15 and pick one winner out of this group of students.
Yeah, and we're a part of it. Our sponsors read and evaluate all of them as well. There's the online voting portion of it, so all that factors in to create that sort of final result. And it's always, you know, again, it's difficult when you only have one person that can walk away with this one experience. But you know, we're right now helping students that were finalists for this program last year enroll at Wesleyan who are doing so right now, and many of them found they could be first candidates for our top scholarships and those things. So yeah, it's challenging to narrow it down. We'll celebrate the people that got to be a finalist. That's an honor in and of itself, and then we'll continue to try to support all the students that applied to the program in general.
I was looking at the final 15, taking a look, and you're right. Some of them know what they want to do. Mm-hmm. I saw an aspiring accountant. I saw a pediatrician, a nurse. But like you, like me, I'll be 46. I still don't know what I want to do. And the thing about it, there are plenty of finalists that don't yet know what they want to do. That's not a bad thing.
That's correct. Yeah, I mean, we find that at Wesleyan, most of our students don't have to declare a major until the second semester of their sophomore year. They have some time in our flexible curriculum to figure out. We start sometimes backwards with saying, what don't you like to do?
Yeah.
Every now and again, we'll have a student that comes and says, I want to do computer science, but I don't like math. And we have to say, well, this may not be the best thing for you. And that kind of advising and that kind of support enables students to come in that way. And yeah, I mean, I forget what the national statistic is. It's something like 50% of all college freshmen change their major at some point during the first year and a half. And so we try to build our curriculum to support those students, to not trap them in school, not stick them in a school of something where if they change their mind, they then have 2 more years tacked on. We try to just be flexible with the way that we handle them.
Talking to John Walls, West Virginia Wesleyan College. We're on campus today for the West Virginia Scholar Program. Winner is going to be announced later today during a luncheon here on campus. I see some of the finalists starting to trickle in as we speak. We were on Marshall's campus last week. They were doing orientation. Have you got new students coming in for the fall already?
We do. We do most of our orientations in the August session toward the lead up. Of course, we have early arrivals starting with football this year and our marching band groups and soccer groups. We are about to welcome the West Virginia Governor's School for the Arts next week, so they'll be moving in this weekend for having that group of rising juniors that'll be here on our campus. And so campus, we just finished up with the United Methodist Conference of all the United Methodist leadership from around the state. So a lot of that kind of activity. We've been doing online and virtual orientations and those kind of things, and then the real things sort of start in August.
Most students live on campus, live off campus. How does that work?
Yeah, most of our students do live on campus, and we provide a lot of variety. We have, just like all of us, the students all have different wishes in terms of what they like. So we have standard rooms like you'd be used to at a residence hall. They have suite-style rooms in Dunn and Fleming halls. We have single rooms that are for upperclassmen and those that desire that kind of living. We have houses that we have turned into living spaces so students can live in those. And then we do have some students that commute, but most of our students live here as part of our residential experience. And when we've gone to do something like the Governor's School for the Arts, that's why we've been so prepared for it, because all our students live here and we're used to helping them be part of that. And we think they learn just as much from that as they do from the academic experience.
I always tell high schoolers who ask me, if they ask, live on campus at least a couple of years. It's an experience that you just have to have that as part of the college experience, because living in the dorms, John, you remember, it's an experience.
It is, yeah, it is. And you meet a lot of different people, and a lot of people that you have never met from other countries, from other ways of thinking, and having that experience is really rich for our students. And the other thing is, when they live in that setting, they usually don't have to figure out how to pay their electric bill or their cable bill or their, those kind of things. Life doesn't come at them too fast when they start that. So it gives them a nice ease into that journey to independence. That's really part of it.
Think about the John Walls who walked on this campus in the 90s, graduated in 01. When you see that same student that is today's John Walls, we all like to think, well, if I only knew then what I know now.
Yeah, right.
What do you want to tell them?
To lean into it, of course, I would tell them if they were that specific student that their hairstyle was strange. And, there's a lot going on with that person in the 90s. But I think that, a lot of students are just, they're also worried a lot of times that they don't belong. I think they get into a class with a bunch of other students who are really smart, and I think they can feel like, well, geez, I don't belong in this. And what they find at a school like Wesleyan, if they go to class and they ask for help, they're going to do fine. They'll have all these people to support them. And so I think to believe in themselves, and then to read. That's another piece of advice we always give all students that are on their way into college. It's like, college is a lot more reading, and that's probably one of the bigger differences. And they manage their own time. They're in class a lot less than a high school. High school's hard. They're there all day. Their activities are afterward. In college, you might be in class 3 hours a day, maybe, and so the rest of the day is there. So time management skills, those are the kind of things we try to tell students about.
Yeah, there's nobody there to make you do that paper, make you read that chapter for the next class. That's a big adjustment. And you're right. I remember that, John. I bet you do too, being in class, and you look around the room and you go, I'm the only one who's not getting it.
Right.
Or all of these people have got it all figured out. And the truth is, none of them had it figured out either. None of them were getting it either. So once you figure that out, it's like you relax, and then you are into the college experience.
Yeah, that's it. And they'll find that they, here they have faculty members who will have these open office hours they can go to at any of those times and go, I don't understand this thing, or I need help. You run into something you don't know how to do. And having all that support, having other student support, having tutoring that's available to you at all times, there's just a lot of resources at a school like Wesleyan. And so, we tell students just to go to class, engage in it, and you'll find your way through it.
A rich athletic tradition here at Wesleyan. Give us a sense.
Yeah, we're working to make a lot of improvements. If you go around the back part of our campus right now, we're replacing our multi-sport stadium surface is being replaced right now, and track. We just did a lot of work in the athletic department. We've long had a history of being extremely competitive in sports like softball, soccer, both of them. We have Mike Keller as our new football coach. He was previously at Glenville and some other stops around the Mountain East Conference, and Mike is providing great leadership to our football program. Many of our women's sports have been tremendously successful, like volleyball, like our tennis teams. Kyle Hoffman is our new athletic director. Kyle will be around today for some of our events, and Kyle is just providing tremendous leadership to that department and exploring new ways to celebrate students, to interact with them in the ways that they like to interact. Of course, when you're at a small school like this, it's not always NIL money and those kind of things. It has to be about the
It's the way college athletics was supposed to be.
We sure hope so. Yeah, that's what we say. We always think that the theme of Division II athletics in the NCAA is life in the balance, and it is. It's a balanced approach. They get scholarships and things like that, but they also get to be able to join a fraternity or sorority or have some life outside of that. And we know that they're going to go on mostly to be leaders and doctors and lawyers and teachers and all kinds of different things. And so we want that experience to prepare them for that. And that's really what a lot of it is part of.
What's the best part of your job? You're a guy I can tell likes to come to work every day, or at least most days. Let's say most days, John.
Yeah.
What's the best part of your job?
Well, the number one is the people I work with, starting all the way from our president, Dr. James Moore. I've worked with Dr. Moore for a lot of years now, and being able to be a part of a leadership team and a cabinet with him is joy, and the other leaders that we get to be around all put students at the center of everything they do. And I'd say the other part of that is certainly students. We tell our staff every day they get to connect students to education. That's what we're doing. And so, every day we have a student that comes in that doesn't think they can do it, that might be raised by a grandparent or doesn't have some kind of support, and we get to help them, get through that process. And gosh, that's the most moving thing that we get to do.
John Walls with West Virginia Wesleyan College. It is West Virginia Scholar Day. The winner of the West Virginia Scholar Program will be announced a little bit later on today. The 15 finalists on campus. Some of them have trickled in. They're in the lobby over there. You can't see them. They're off camera. But, hey, John, thanks for stopping by. It is a pleasure for us to be part of this program. Sure. Metro News partnering up with West Virginia Wesleyan College. Is this year 20?
This is 19,
19?
I believe, yeah.
Okay. I saw Fred, and I started thinking about game night. He's on year 25. So
Fred's been here for
But Fred's been here for all of these, too, right?
Yeah.
Hey, John, thank you so much for stopping by. It's a pleasure being
Thank
a partner with West Virginia Wesleyan College, and look forward to meeting the winner later today.
Same thing. Thanks for your support. We
Absolutely.
appreciate it.
Thank you. John Walls, West Virginia Wesleyan College. We have much more to go here at West Virginia Wesleyan College. We'll talk to the president, Dr. James Moore. We'll meet some of the students who are finalists for the West Virginia Scholar Program as well. Dave and TJ on the road at West Virginia Wesleyan College today for the West Virginia Scholar Program. This is Talkline on Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
Today's
Find out what's happening all across the great state of West Virginia.
Metro News television forecast is brought to you
West
by
Virginia
Solango
Metro-
Law. Get results, not excuses.
Hey, welcome in. Got you a forecast update on a Wednesday. We're all dry out the door this morning. I'll be watching second half of this week, some increasing chances of rain and storms again. That may have some heavy rain and severe storm potential with that. Late today and tonight, northwestern areas of the state a marginal risk for an isolated severe storm that's possible late. And then tomorrow, more favored for likely rain and storms. Up to a slight risk for most of us, up to scattered severe weather, mostly damaging wind potential. And with some increasing heavy moisture again, dew points in like the 60s today, then climbing low to mid 70s for dew point values tomorrow. Some moderate to heavy and excessive rain may lead to some flash flood potential for the day tomorrow. A very low chance of a shower this morning and early this afternoon for eastern areas, including the Panhandle. We're in between a warm front and a cold front to the northwest. That's swinging with a strong low passing northwest of us. Late today, overnight, and tomorrow, I'll be timing and placing multiple rounds of showers and storms that may impact the morning and late in the day drive home tomorrow as well. Heavy rain, severe storms a possibility. Fly Super forecast, it starts at home. Chicago, high of 67. Keeping eyes on a risk of flash flooding and a severe weather outbreak in areas of Indiana and Illinois today. From Panhandle to Panhandle, chance of showers and storms late. Warmer, highs near 80. To the east, 70s up in the high elevations. Mid-80s elsewhere, warm, increasing humidity. So temps are going to be warmer statewide generally. A lot of 80s and middle 80s in here. 87 in Huntington. So showers and storms likely tomorrow through tomorrow night. Risk of severe weather. Ending early for Friday, dry for Juneteenth in the afternoon. Saturday, dry, 82. And then long-term, our next round of showers and storms with moisture increasing from the south again. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Within the next couple of few days as well, some moderate to strong south wind flow too.
This is Ben Solango with Solango Law. Solango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted Best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Solango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Solango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at solangolaw.com.
On the next State of Minds.
The number of users of AI just continues to grow every day, and the complexity of the tasks that people use them for. We are members of community, and we want to be hiring one of the community members or many of the community members where we go. And that's very important to us.
Metro News Talkline on the road today. We are at West Virginia Wesleyan College for the West Virginia Scholar Program. The 15 finalists on campus. One will win. There'll be a couple of runners up as well. All that going to be announced at a luncheon later on this afternoon. Joining us here on set for Metro News Talkline, the president of West Virginia Wesleyan College, Dr. James Moore. Dr. Moore, good to see you again.
Good morning, gentlemen. Thanks so much for being here. We love this day, and we love that you guys are such a big part of this.
Big day on campus. John said there's some excitement. You can feel it. There's some energy in the room today.
There's always a lot of excitement. There's always also a lot of nerves. We've got a lot of students here who really are excited for this this event and the prospect of having an education at West Virginia Wesleyan College taken care of. But it might sound trite to say this, but these students are all winners just by having gotten this far in the process. And I'm going to say this to the families later. You know, every one of these students is a high priority for us. Every college in the state is chasing these kids, and they should be. These are exceptional kids, and we're going to work hard to take care of them and make sure that the access to the educational experience we have here at Wesleyan is afforded to them and any student like them. That's what our mission calls us to do.
And your history proves that out. I mean, 19 years worth of doing this. If a student that comes through this program, especially a student in this program, you're going to work with them and find a way to make it happen.
Absolutely. And I have to say, it's one of the joys of doing the work that we all do here in admissions and enrollment. You know, we have an amazing enrollment staff here, and they get up every day, and their job is not just to try to sell the college to prospective students and their parents, but to make the process of selecting a college as easy as possible. There's a lot to navigate in state funds that we're glad that are afforded to students, federal funds like the Pell Grant and those sorts of things, and student loans that the government administers. A lot of resources, but it takes a lot of energy and effort to navigate that. So we really do view ourselves as a sort of a service shop to help students figure out how to get to a college.
You were talking about the competition for these students here in West Virginia. And there is competition among all the institutions, but we've talked about this. We get the opportunity to talk to you and your colleagues all over the state. The institutions also, Dr. Moore, are working together, and that's not always been the case where there's been cooperation to say, hey, we all have to raise higher education. We all have to raise up if West Virginia is going to succeed. That's not always been the case with the higher ed institutions.
Well, I think that's right. And I think that look, it's no secret that it's a challenging time for higher education. We've talked about this, the three of us. A lot of people question the value of a college education. There are less students going to college. There are more options for students. Options equal freedom, and I think that's a beautiful thing. But because of that, the pressures that are being placed on higher education as a sector are probably greater than they've ever been. So it's caused a lot of institutions to have to band together. And I'm so proud to be part of the West Virginia Independent College and Universities Group, Wesleyan along with Davis and Elkins, Wheeling University, University of Charleston, Appalachian Bible College, Bethany College. You know, these are institutions that have similar missions, have similar spirits. Our neighbors at Davis and Elkins College are some of our best friends out here in the work. And the presidents and the staffs at these various institutions in WVICU, we partner very intentionally because our missions collectively and individually call us to serve our state and the students that are here. So yeah, the collaboration that happens in the state, I think, is a model and an example that should be looked at by the rest of the country.
What are you doing when it comes to keeping these West Virginia students after you give them this top-notch education? How do you focus on being able to keep them here and help create an opportunity so they stay here and they don't go to Virginia or North Carolina or Florida or wherever they may want to go?
Well, that's near and dear to my heart as a native West Virginian. Pride of Westover is what Hoppy always used to say. I don't know that I'm the pride of Westover, but I'm proud to be from Westover. That's important to us here. We've got to stop the population drain of this state that's been happening since the 70s, for crying out loud. One of the things that it really it pushes us to do is to have more partners outside of higher ed. Higher ed is very given sometimes to being insular. It's because we're very introspective. I'm an academic. We spend a lot of time thinking about complex problems. That can sometimes cause us to put walls up. So one of the things that Wesleyan's tried to do in the last several years of our administration is to be very intentional about collecting partners in industry from where we're sending our graduates. I think the best way to keep students in this state is to make sure they have a clear path to a good job and a good career if that's ahead of them at an organization that will hire them in West Virginia. And so it's incumbent upon all of us in higher ed to be listening to our industry partners. Healthcare is certainly a big one. Education, those sorts of pipelines are important. I got to know that every teacher I'm sending out into the workforce has a chance to start their career in West Virginia and stay in West Virginia. And the best way to ensure that is the result is to make sure that they're prepared for the work that's ahead of them. These young people today are faced with more barriers than we were faced with when we were their age. And so I think it's important for us to try to create as many direct pipelines to careers here in the state.
We're back. Here's the good thing. This thing's on a battery, and we never went off the radio.
Beautiful.
So
Okay.
for folks listening on radio, the power just went out in the building. And, well, let me make sure we're still connected. Yeah, we're still connected. So we're
Great.
still on radio.
All right,
All
great.
right, we'll get the video pumping again here in a second. But what were we talking about?
Partnerships.
Yes.
Partnerships have got to be the way that we navigate.
With the power company. You're going to send students to work there, I think, too.
Hook them up, TJ. Come on.
No, the only way that this works is that we have good partnerships with folks who are going to employ our graduates. The barriers that these students are facing today are greater than what you and I faced as young people. So the smoother we can make those transitions for them here in West Virginia, the more likely it is that they're going to stay in West Virginia, reside here. I left and came back. I left for school, came back. I was really happy to be able to come back, but that wasn't always in the cards. So I see both sides of that, the reason to stay and the reason to go. There's a lot to navigate there.
I want to talk about your journey for a second because I find it so interesting. You're a musician.
That's the rumor, anyway.
Yeah, that's the rumor. When you were focusing on being a musician, your craft, did you ever think you'd become a college president?
That was the last thing that I ever aspired to or thought that I would do. Yeah. You know, all I wanted to do...
Okay, me too. That doesn't seem like the typical path, if I'm being honest with you.
Right. I don't know that there is a typical path to a college presidency, but if there is an atypical one, it's probably one like this. All I ever wanted to do was play jazz music and teach people to do that. And I've said this before, my earliest mentors were all teachers. So I knew that teaching was going to be in my future. I wanted to teach jazz music at the collegiate level because that's where I knew I would be working with students who were passionate about the music. And so no, when I started here in 2006 as a faculty member, I thought I hit the jackpot, and I did, because it's like, you're going to pay me a salary and I get some health insurance to teach students who care about music, like, I'm in.
Bingo.
So, but I do remember a day early on in my time as a professor when then President Balch, who I'll have to send her a link to this radio broadcast today. I think the world of Pam Balch. We were standing outside of the music building. We had just finished a task force, and since I was one of the young professors, I didn't say no to running the task force fast enough, so I had to be in charge of it. And we'd done our report out to President Balch, and she was standing out behind the music building with me, and she was about to go back to her office, and she says, "James, someday you're going to be a college administrator. You might even be a college president someday." And I thought, Dr. Balch has lost her mind. I don't know what she's talking about, but I guess she was right. So really the thing that I think music and has brought to me is just the idea that you've got to hear all sides. It sounds trite to say that if you can listen as a musician, you can listen to other people's points of view. I don't know that it's been all that, I think it's helped me in my leadership journey, but there are multiple paths to a job like this in higher ed. I'm just maybe a bit of a weird one. So,
got about a minute. How will these students' lives change today? And for one, they're going to get a full scholarship to West Virginia Wesleyan. Put that into perspective, how that will change their life and their family's course.
It's gonna remove a big barrier. They're not going to have to worry about filling out those various forms for state and federal aid. It's going to inject a level of predictability into the next 4 years of their life. We're actually working on those kinds of strategies for all students, and we'll have more to say about that later in the coming months. But I think it's going to give them something to be able to plan for. It's going to take care of a lot of things that they're not going to have to worry about, and they're going to be able to focus solely on squeezing the most they can out of an education at a college that's going to invest in a big way in them, like we do in all students. So predictability and ease of transition, those are huge when you're making the jump from high school to college.
He's the pride of Westover, president at West Virginia Wesleyan College, Dr. James Moore. Hey, appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for letting us be part of this day as well.
Appreciate you.
We have more from the campus of West Virginia Wesleyan College. The West Virginia Scholar Program winner being announced later on this afternoon. More Talkline on the road after this.
Right now, America is hungry for energy, more power, more reliability, and more security. So here's a question worth asking. Why not coal? And why not now? West Virginia sits on one of the most abundant energy resources in the world. generations of miners, proven infrastructure, and coal-fired power plants already delivering dependable, around-the-clock electricity. At a time when demand is surging and reliability matters more than ever, coal isn't a question mark, it's a solution. Today, there's robust support in West Virginia and Washington to strengthen American energy independence using the resources we already have. So again, we ask, why not coal? And why not now? Because when it comes to powering our homes, our hospitals, our economy, and new opportunities, West Virginia Coal is ready. A message from the Friends of Coal, powering America today and tomorrow.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
For over 4 decades, we've been rooted deep inside West Virginia. Through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Proudly serving your neighborhood since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community.
The health plan, we are here for you.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
For couples that are experiencing infertility, about half will have the male factor in the diagnosis. At the WVU Medicine Center for Reproductive Medicine, we offer a wide array of treatment options for male factor infertility. There's really no reason you would need to go anywhere else. If we can identify and treat male factor infertility, we can prevent couples from even having to go down the road of IVF, saving you potentially money and time. We're here to help build a family. We have the capabilities and we care.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
Download Metro News Television on your iPhone or Android. Search Metro News Television in your app store. Create an account today to get alerts and watch all live and archived content. Download now.
At Daniel's Men's Store, exceptional style begins with a curated selection and finishes with a flawless fit. When it's time to buy a suit, Daniel's is here to make sure yours is one of a kind. Discover tailored suits you'll only find in-store at Daniel's.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. Take your pick from our massive selection. Now up to $5,500 off select new Acadias and 3.9% for 60 months. The great deals continue with our large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
Metro News Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
Metro News Talkline on the road. We are in Buchanan on the campus of West Virginia Wesleyan College for the West Virginia Scholar Program. The winner being announced at a luncheon a little bit later on this afternoon. We will get an update from Omaha in the second hour. Talk to Greg Carey. Mountaineers getting set to take on North Carolina for the second time. Another win or go home game out at the College World Series. Greg will check in the second hour. Joining us here on set is Steve Butler, administrator with West Virginia Farm Bureau. Steve, good to see you again. How you doing?
Good to see you all. Great to be here today.
Why do you guys want to partner with West Virginia Wesleyan and the West Virginia Scholar Program?
We just see it as a great outreach program for the youth and further education in the state. You know, we have a lot of education programs that we run through the Farm Bureau ourselves for across the state, and this is just kind of an extension of that, and we see it as a good public relation.
Students who would want to be in agriculture, want to be in farming, what's the landscape look like in terms of opportunities today?
There's enormous opportunities in agriculture. You know, the technology in agriculture is expanding rapidly, so those type of jobs are out there, and further education in those. There's also the production agriculture, which is more of a challenge, but it's still available and still there. The new markets that are being created, local and all that, just lots of different opportunities for folks.
People probably don't give it a lot of thought, Steve. The opportunities, farmers need agronomists, farmers need mechanics. There is a ton, if you're running a big operation, there's a ton of technology just in the tractor to try to get the fields planted, and what they're doing, trying to be as efficient as possible. Probably, if you're 16, 17, 18 years old, you probably think it's putting seeds in the ground and you wait and you harvest it 3 or 4 months later. So much more opportunities to get involved in that industry.
So much more. The technology behind crops, there's a lot of plant technology being developed. There's a lot of equipment technology, as you mentioned. New technologies such as drones and auto steer on tractors, GPS related planning, and all this technology requires a lot of research, a lot of development. We grow more on less acres now than we ever have. The population continues to grow, but the acres that's in production continues to decline slow. So.
We were talking a bit about this phenomenon now returning, known as screwworm. When it comes to cattle coming back up from Central America. Just talk a little bit about that. Any chance that can affect West Virginia?
Well, number one thing to remember, the screwworm does not affect the safety of your food supply, or of your food that you buy. It can affect the supply chain. Before the original time it was in the United States is more in the southern U.S., and right now it's in Texas and Arizona. It could advance here due to climate maybe changing a little bit, but hopefully we'll be on top of it before then. There's lots of things that it can do. They've pushed this clear back down in Central America years ago, when it hasn't been here in the U.S. for several years. So we kind of dropped our guard. We're not ready to fight it where we should be, but we're getting there.
And primarily a concern for cattle.
Any livestock and pets.
Okay.
The larva from the fly actually feeds on healthy flesh. I mean, it can even affect humans. The larva feeds on healthy flesh instead of infected or dead flesh. So it actually eats away the live flesh. So.
How are farmers doing here in West Virginia? Heard a lot about input costs being up this year, fertilizer costs being up. How are West Virginia farmers handling all of that?
West Virginia, we're fortunate to the big commodity right now in West Virginia, or one of the larger commodities in West Virginia, is beef cattle. Beef cattle market has been tremendous, but the input costs have soared this year. Also, the weather this year was a little hard on hay crop. The hay crop this year is off. I know on my place I'm looking at less than 50% crop for the first round, and that's because of the cold weather and dryness early. And so fertilizer, hopefully to bring it up to second cutting and get the tonnage back up on the acres. So, but that input cost did rise with the conflict in Iraq.
If I want to support the beef cattle industry here in West Virginia, is it direct buy from them? How do I go about that? How do people best support if they want to keep those dollars here in West Virginia and support their own?
Well, there are a lot of folks that do direct marketing of beef cattle now and beef products, so that definitely keeps the money local. But the larger producers still tend to ship their cattle out of state. We supply a lot to feedlots out west. So that whole supply chain depends on everybody. But of course, when you buy local, the money stays here. So that's a good thing. The problem or the issue we have is the facilities to harvest those animals. There's fewer and fewer of them, and there's a backlog of getting those animals through the system. So.
You kind of answered my question. What do we do with the cattle? So we raise them to what? How big we raise them, then we send them to the Midwest, out to the feedlots to finish them off? Or
there's different producers that have different niches or where they want to be at the level where they feel they're more comfortable marketing those animals. Some will just wean the calves and sell. Some will finish them up to 850 to 1,000 pounds and then send them to the finisher out in the Midwest and then they'll go through the facilities out there.
I love this conversation because you may not think of West Virginia as a cattle state, but clearly we are.
We are a beef cattle state. You look at our terrain and the type of pasture and forage that we can grow. We're not suited. I should say, not all the state is suited for row crops. So this pasture is much more efficient for. And
he is Steve Butler, administrator with the West Virginia Farm Bureau, one of the great partners in the West Virginia Scholar Program. Steve, good to talk to you again, and thanks for being here, and thanks for being a partner with this great program.
Thank you all for having us. We appreciate it.
We are on the campus of West Virginia Wesleyan College in Buchanan. We'll be back in a moment. This is Talkline on the road on the campus of West Virginia Wesleyan.
Located in the heart of West Virginia, Bridgeport is the place to play. Endless indoor and outdoor recreation opportunities, including the Bridgeport Complex, coupled with a dynamic food scene, make Bridgeport the perfect getaway destination for couples and families. Explore unique shopping and pick from a wealth of lodging options to find something perfect for your needs. Explore the heart of West Virginia in Bridgeport. Learn more about all there is to do at greater-bridgeport.com.
Right now, America is hungry for energy, more power, more reliability, and more security. So here's a question worth asking. Why not coal? And why not now? West Virginia sits on one of the most abundant energy resources in the world. Generations of miners, proven infrastructure, and coal-fired power plants already delivering dependable, around-the-clock electricity. At a time when demand is surging and reliability matters more than ever, coal isn't a question mark, it's a solution. Today, there's robust support in West Virginia and Washington to strengthen American energy independence using the resources we already have. So again, we ask, why not coal? And why not now? Because when it comes to powering our homes, our hospitals, our economy, and new opportunities, West Virginia Coal is ready. A message from the Friends of Coal, powering America today and tomorrow.
For over 30 years, High Technology Foundation has been committed to building a stronger West Virginia. Our mission, economic diversification. By fostering innovation and supporting tech initiatives, we pave the way for a brighter future. From cutting-edge research to tech-driven solutions, we're transforming the landscape. Join us in creating opportunities and driving progress. Let's build a diverse economy together. Visit WVHTF.org. High Technology Foundation, shaping West Virginia's future.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer Golf Coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
For couples that are experiencing infertility, about half will have the male factor in the diagnosis. At the WVU Medicine Center for Reproductive Medicine, we offer a wide array of treatment options for male factor infertility. There's really no reason you would need to go anywhere else. If we can identify and treat male factor infertility, we can prevent couples from even having to go down the road of IVF, saving you potentially money and time. We're here to help build a family. We have the capabilities and we care.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong. And they're all backed by the peace of mind protection of the industry's best limited warranty. Visit your Honda Marine dealer today and find out why it's more than an engine. It's your time on the water.
are on the rise every week. Powerball hits Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Mega Millions lights up Tuesdays and Fridays. That's 5 chances a week to get in on life-changing jackpots. Play in-store and online. 18 plus to play. Please play responsibly. Powerball jackpot is $283 million. Mega Millions jackpot is $452 million. So go ahead, play today. Just saw a, what do we call it? Is it still a tweet, an X, a post, whatever? Greg Carey out in Omaha. The Mountaineers have arrived at Charles Schwab Field for their rematch with North Carolina. We'll get an update from Greg coming up in the second hour of Metro News Talkline. Big thanks to Eli Brady. He is on campus with us today. He's handling the video stream. Sophia Wasick's doing the radio side, and Jake Link is at Master Control back in Morgantown. We are on the campus of West Virginia Wesleyan College today for the West Virginia Scholar Program. The 15 finalists are on campus. One will win a full scholarship to West Virginia Wesleyan College. That will be announced coming up in a luncheon a little bit later on this afternoon. Next hour, I mentioned Greg Carey stops by. Friend of the show, Jim Kaufman, West Virginia Hospital Association, Jen Wood from ZMM Architects and Engineers, and we'll meet some of the potential West Virginia Scholar winners. This is Metro News Talkline on Metro News for 40 years, the voice of West Virginia.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Salango Law. Get results, not excuses.
Hey, welcome in. Got you a forecast update on a Wednesday. We're all dry out the door this morning. I'll be watching second half of this week, some increasing chances of rain and storms again. That may have some heavy rain and severe storm potential with that. Late today and tonight, northwestern areas of the state a marginal risk for an isolated severe storm that's possible late. And then tomorrow, more favored for likely rain and storms. Up to a slight risk for most of us, up to scattered severe weather, mostly damaging wind potential. And with some increasing heavy moisture again, dew points in like the 60s today, then climbing low to mid 70s for dew point values tomorrow. Some moderate to heavy and excessive rain may lead to some flash flood potential for the day tomorrow. A very low chance of a shower this morning and early this afternoon for eastern areas, including the Panhandle. We're in between a warm front and a cold front to the northwest. That's swinging with a strong low passing northwest of us. Late today, overnight, and tomorrow, I'll be timing and placing multiple rounds of showers and storms that may impact the morning and late in the day drive home tomorrow as well. Heavy rain, severe storms a possibility. Fly Super forecast, it starts at home. Chicago, high of 67. Keeping eyes on a risk of flash flooding and a severe weather outbreak in areas of Indiana and Illinois today. From Panhandle to Panhandle, chance of showers and storms late. Warmer, highs near 80. To the east, 70s up in the high elevations. Mid-80s elsewhere, warm, increasing humidity. So temps are going to be warmer statewide generally. A lot of 80s and middle 80s in here. 87 in Huntington. So showers and storms likely tomorrow through tomorrow night. Risk of severe weather. Ending early for Friday, dry for Juneteenth in the afternoon. Saturday, dry, 82. And then long-term, our next round of showers and storms with moisture increasing from the south again. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Within the next couple of few days as well, some moderate to strong south wind flow too.
This is Ben Salango with Salango Law. Salango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted Best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Salango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Salango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at salangolaw.com.
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
We're on the campus of West Virginia Wesleyan College for the West Virginia Scholar Program. One high school rising senior at this point. Their lives going to be changed today by winning a full scholarship to West Virginia Wesleyan College. 15 finalists on campus today. We're going to meet a couple of those as the hour continues. We're also going to check in out in Omaha with Greg Carey, where the Mountaineers getting set to take on North Carolina today in another go or go home game out at the College World Series. Gang's all here. Back in Morgantown, Sophia Wasik is handling the radio side of things today. Jake Link is at Master Control, and our on-site producer is Eli Brady. Dave and TJ, the guy all the way at the end of the table this morning, you know him as well. He is Jim Kaufman, President and CEO of the West Virginia Hospital Association and one of the partners of the West Virginia Scholar Program. Jim, good to see you again. Good morning, and thanks for being part of this great program.
Thank you for the opportunity. This is a great program, and I really appreciate your leadership on this as well as all the other sponsors.
So what's going on with, it's been a couple of months since we last talked to you. How are things in the healthcare world?
Well, I mean, the continuing challenges, workforce is one of our biggest challenges across the board. We're actually getting ready to release a new report showing right now we have about 4,500 vacancies we can't fill. That's nursing, respiratory therapy, surgical techs, and it's a continuing challenge. And that's why this scholarship program, I'm so excited because when I looked at the 15 applicants, the finalists, a fair number are interested in healthcare. And it really gives you great pause to say, yep, there's great opportunity, and we need to show these young people, yes, they can stay right here in West Virginia and have a great future.
I saw you chatting with some of the students in the lobby. Is there a way for your organization, hospitals in the state, to start working with these young people now so that they could intern or work part-time, whatever it would be, to create that relationship and leverage it moving forward?
Actually, that's a great question. There are several things that are going on. One of the things the association did, we partnered with the Primary Care Association, Long-Term Care, and others to create a website geared toward middle school students and high school students to start to show them all the different opportunities in healthcare. Most young people, they think doctors and nurses. but there's so many other opportunities. So we are trying to get them thinking, and how do they prepare, making sure they have the math and science classes so when they get to college, they're ready to move into those professions. The other thing are the hospitals are creating opportunities, shadow days, academies, where they're bringing them in to start to show them what's the life of a nurse, what's the life of a respiratory therapist, a lab tech, to really get them experience, to help them get them interested and excited about moving into those jobs.
You know, we just had a similar conversation with Steve Butler with the agriculture industry. You think there's only one or two things within an industry if you're going to work in this sector, that sector, and that's just not the case. And getting that information to a 16, 17, 18-year-old kid is vitally important to tell them there are all kinds of different needs within this one field. It's not just doctor, nurses. It takes a full city to run these types of organizations.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, hospitals are small cities. They're operating 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. People forget we also employ electricians, plumbers, pipe fitters. Because of all those pipings in the walls, we got to stay operational all the time. So we need those individuals. The nurses, one of the things I used to joke around about is video game consoles. Most people don't think they complain about their kids playing video games. Well, today, robotic surgery. And I remember a minimally invasive training center, literally they had different game consoles teaching the surgeons the dexterity that they needed to operate the Da Vinci. So this is the kind of stuff, how do we show these young people all the different jobs? It's not just a nurse at the bedside, but there's all this different opportunity in technology, imaging that you can actually move into and have a great job right here in the state.
Well, and you don't have to be a science-minded person, to your point, and maybe you're not even a hands-on person, like being an electrician wouldn't be your thing, but somebody's got to be the mayor, somebody's got to be the city manager, somebody's got to be the accountant in all of these small cities that are hospitals. So if business is your thing and you're looking for an avenue, there's got to be great opportunities there, too, I would imagine.
Oh, you're exactly right. I mean, budget analysts, payroll cycles, accounts receivable. I mean, I always laugh about it. When I was in college, I avoided anything in the sciences, but the college I went to was a small liberal arts college that required me to take a biology and a chemistry class. Fast forward, who would have ever thought I was in healthcare? You know, and I always joke, right, I'm on the furthest side you can get from clinical care, but I need to understand enough to try to explain it to others what's going on at the bedside. And I've had the privilege to go into surgery and watch a kidney transplant, or to watch researchers on cutting edge technology. But it's one of those things, how do you teach young people all those different opportunities? And people like me, I would have never thought I would have been in healthcare 30 years ago.
Are these kids surprised when you tell them about all these different opportunities? Do they have the same reaction? Go, well, I thought it was doctors and nurses.
That's exactly the response we get from most students when you talk to them. They're like, doctors, nurses. And I'm like, what about, laboratory, imaging, all these different things? They're like, well, we didn't know about that. I'm like, that's where, one of the things I'm a big advocate for, how do we create, to your point, the opportunity to show them, because even when I was moving into my career, I had no clue all the different opportunities in the healthcare space. You know, the researchers, the lab techs, I mean, all these different things. We need to continue to show them and to help mentor young people so they see those opportunities here. And one of the things that drives me crazy, when I moved here 5 years ago, all I kept hearing was, there's no opportunity in West Virginia. Young people need to move out to have a good career. I disagree. Like I said, we have 4,500 jobs we can't fill today. How do we show these young people they can have a great job, a great career right here in the state?
I really hope these young people today, as well as anyone who may be listening, understands the opportunity that they have, especially those who want to go into healthcare today. You're here. I really hope they're not afraid to come up and say, hey, Jim, I want to learn from you. I want to see your roadmap. Who can you introduce me to? I think sometimes we don't do a good job of instilling in our youth that that's what they need to do. And people like you are eager to receive them and help them.
You're exactly right. One of the things we did 2 years ago, we actually created a director of workforce because what we saw was everybody was dabbling a little bit in this space. We needed somebody to focus full time on this. And one of the things she does is actually goes out to meet with the school counselors to show, hey, here's things that we're trying to produce that you can use to help educate students about the different opportunities in healthcare. We know the hospitals are reaching out to their local schools, again, to try to create those opportunities. We all need mentors. And how do we create the doors and those connections to help young people see, hey, there is opportunity right here?
He is Jim Kaufman. He's president and CEO of the West Virginia Hospital Association. We're going to meet some of these students, Jim. Do you mind?
I would love you to meet the students. They're the future. They're the ones you should be talking to.
All right. When you release that report, let us know. You know, we got 2 hours every day, Jim.
Hey, we'd love to come on and talk about it.
All right, buddy. Hey, good to see you again. Thanks for being a partner of the West Virginia Scholar Program. It's a great, great honor.
And thank you guys for the leadership on the scholarship. Great opportunity.
Hey, we have, these guys all out there, they're the ones that make it all happen. We just show up and do the show. We're the good-looking talent, Jim.
I was going to say we got the face for radio, so
Yet they put us on video for some reason. Jim Kaufman, Hospital Association, thank you very much.
Thank you very
Appreciate it.
much.
We are on campus today at West Virginia Wesleyan College for the West Virginia Scholar Program. Winner going to be announced in just a couple of hours. More from campus in a moment.
Hey, this is Brad Howe for your local internet provider, CityNet. High-speed fiber internet is probably at your front door, and now's the time to connect. Your tax dollars helped expand broadband access across West Virginia, and CityNet makes it real. More rural communities in West Virginia can finally get the high-speed internet they deserve, with free equipment, free installation, no contract, and local support you can trust. So whether you're streaming, working, gaming, or running your business, CityNet delivers the speed and reliability you need. When it's high-speed internet you need, CityNet.net connects, protects, and perfects.
We are there for you, to care for you at the health plan. We are here for you.
For over 4 decades, we've been rooted deep inside West Virginia. Through thick and thin, supporting local families and businesses. Proudly serving your neighborhood since 1979. Your trusted partner in the community.
The health plan. We are here for you.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
Leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia, the High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you. We've got it down to a science, an absolute state of art. We do it all, restoration, cleaning, and reconstruction. When disaster strikes, just pick up the phone. We're Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration, and we're gonna save you.
Sunshine, open roads, and a new Toyota from Dan Cava Toyota World. Lease an all-new Camry for as low as $398 a month. All new Tundras now up to $8,000 off. All new Tacomas now up to $4,500 off, or lease as low as $399 a month. $7,500 off the new BZ or 0% financing for 72 months. We've got a Toyota for you at Dan Cava Toyota World in Fairmont. Shop the world.
We're on the campus of West Virginia Wesleyan College for the West Virginia Scholar Program today. The 15 finalists are on campus. One will win a full scholarship to West Virginia Wesleyan College. That'll be announced during a luncheon coming up a little bit later on this afternoon. Dave and TJ with you. We are joined now by one of those 15 finalists, Brenna Bond from Parkersburg High School. Brenna, good morning. Thanks for joining us.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
Are you excited? Are you nervous? Are you anxious? All the above?
Oh, yeah, pretty much everything. I'm really excited to be here, though. This is my first time ever being here on campus, and it's beautiful here. So I really liked being able to see it and stuff. So, yeah.
So why apply? How did you find out about this? What made you want to throw your name in the hat?
We were driving home from a basketball game in Morgantown, and we heard it over the news, and my mom was interested in Wesleyan from the start. She likes it because I want to major in pre-med for pediatrics, and they have a really good osteopathic medicine program to get in there, direct admit, and it just was a great opportunity. And so my mom was like, we should take up on this opportunity, and I was like, okay, why not? And so I was in the car just going through all this stuff and writing, and it was just there, and I was like, okay, let's do it.
You have no idea how happy I am. She was listening to our station and heard it on the news.
Yeah.
It makes me so happy.
There's hope.
There is. I'm so happy. So what kind of activities you've been involved in at Parkersburg High?
I'm in NHS. I'm a 3-year member at the International Key Club. I was junior class president this year. I was in junior cabinet, sophomore cabinet, freshman cabinet. I'll be Key Club president next year. I'm in an a cappella and chamber choir. I've been in a cappella for as long as I can remember, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Is that all? It doesn't sound like you have much going on there, Brenna.
And Diversity Student Union. It's my first year doing that, so yeah.
So what makes you want to grab the ball? Because most people, let's just be honest, most people wouldn't want to go to that length, wouldn't want to be that involved. Why are you different?
I don't know. I think that I love being involved because of the friendships I make. Going out and like seeing everybody and like being able to make friendships from different groups and different like communities, like everyone's different, and so being able to see them and like in different groups and be out there and be involved and like be in the community, I love doing stuff like that. I love being able to meet new people and like see what's out there. Like I love having a new opportunity at hand and at grasp, so it's really nice to be able to do stuff, and I just like being involved. So
How did you land on pre-med and wanting to take that course?
I'm really inspired by my pediatrician, Dr. Patel. He's a great pediatrician, and he's always inspired me to work in like the med field. And also, I just love working with little kids. Like, they're so sweet and they're easy to work with, and it's really fun working with them. So I really want to be a pediatrician.
Do you hope to stay here and practice in West Virginia?
Honestly, yeah. I love
Why?
West Virginia. It's such a beautiful state. Everyone is so like nice and like welcoming, and I love West Virginia. It's beautiful here.
Who's more nervous today, you or your parents?
My mom is really nervous.
Well, she's the one that heard it and said, hey, we got to do this.
She is. Yeah, she is. But no, I'm nervous, but I'm also excited. I'm excited for the opportunity, and I feel like win or lose, this was a great blessing, and it was an opportunity to go and see Wesleyan for myself, so I'm excited.
You learned something.
Yeah, exactly, yes.
Brenna Bond, Parkersburg High School, one of the 15 finalists for the West Virginia Scholar Award later today. Hey, it's been fun talking to you. Congratulations so far. Good luck later on this afternoon.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to get another one of our finalists on. Look at TJ, all of our help back here. None of them are paying any attention.
No, not at all.
None
not
of
at all.
They're supposed to be helping us out. They're all back here chit-chatting like a bunch of chatty Cathys back here.
Well, they're taken by the student. They want to talk to her, and I can get that.
Oh, Travis is talking Bridgeport football back there. We all know it. We all know it. We're going to get another student, one of the finalists in here. In the meantime, let me remind you that CityNet is West Virginia's local internet provider. High-speed, reliable fiber internet is probably right at your front door. Now is the perfect time to connect. Free equipment, free installation, no contract, local customer support you can trust, perfect for streaming, gaming, or even running your business. Fast, reliable fiber internet built for everyday life. When it's high-speed internet you need, citynet.net connects, protects, and perfects. Let me get your mic potted up there. We're doing this on the fly, so you have to introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Amara Kaysen, and I'm from Charlestown, West Virginia.
Charlestown, coming over from the Panhandle. Which of the schools in Charlestown did you go to?
I go to Washington High School.
Washington High School. So how did you find out about the West Virginia Scholar Program and decide, yeah, I'm going to go for this thing?
My guidance counselor sent an announcement on Canvas, and she was saying, hey, any students who want to really just want to find a new, a nice opportunity to go to a school, because I'd actually been to the school before, earlier in November for ACDA tryouts, and just seeing the campus from just the short moment that I was here, I saw this opportunity on Canvas and was like, yeah, I just had to apply.
What do you want to do?
I would love to be a genetic counselor and help families with any genetic problems that they may be having.
So you're going to have to explain that to me a little bit.
Yeah, well, I was thinking the same thing. You have to tell me what a genetic counselor is.
A genetic counselor would do testing. Let's say there's like a issue that a child is having. This actually is a personal story that I have with my brother. But with my brother, he had a sickness and he had to stay in the hospital for a very long time. And he had to go see a genetic counselor to see what exactly his illness was, because he wasn't presenting like any of the normal sickness. Like his sickness was very unseen. Like, it was a very rare thing to see. So when he went to the genetic counselor, they were able to pinpoint what exactly he had and get him treatment. And I would just love to help families do, like, I would love to do the same thing and help families with that as well.
I didn't even know what that was,
Neither
Amara.
did I.
Number two, the fact that inspired you to go on because you want to help people, that's an amazing story for someone. Look, I'm 40-some years old. I still don't know what I want to do, but for you to have that clarity at that age, that's amazing.
Thank you.
So does this involve medical school, or how would this work, or a certain kind of biology degree? What kind of education do you need to make this a reality?
I do plan on majoring in biology and minoring in some sort of genetics to really pinpoint that genetic. And I do also plan on doing some med school, because my second option is also being an anesthesiologist when I grow up. So I would really just love to do anything in the medical field, in the healthcare field.
Amara Kaysen is joining us. She is one of the finalists from Washington High School. What are you involved in at Washington?
At Washington, I am the lead alto of the chamber choir. I am the liaison for 2 years of the Key Club. I volunteer within the National Honor Society as well. And I just really, also for the chamber choir, I am the vice president and run the socials. Like, I run social media accounts and make posters for any concerts that we have coming up for the chamber choir as well.
So choir singing, was that a talent that emerged early on and you fell in love with that? How did that come to be?
Yes, I joined the choir at my elementary school when I was in 4th grade because a lot of my friends are joining and they told me that I should join too. And I have always had a knack for singing, so I was like, yeah, I'll join. And just from doing, like, the first year in 4th grade, whenever I did my first concert, I was like, yeah, this is something I need to continue doing with the rest of my life.
So are you nervous today? Are you excited? Is the family more nervous? What's the feeling like today?
I am so nervous, but I'm also so excited as well, because I love seeing other like-minded students as well, seeing them, hearing them, like seeing their experiences, hearing their experience as well. But yeah, my family is also very nervous as well.
So you fell in love with Buchanan, with West Virginia Wesleyan. Could you see yourself, I mean, you're in a unique position because you're a member of this group. Could you see yourself coming here, collaborating? We just talked with an aspiring pediatrician. Could you see those relationships that are lifelong starting here?
Yes, even with my short time here the first time, the people here are just so friendly. The people who were help running the tryouts, they were just so amazing and nice. So I can definitely see myself fitting into this community here.
Amara Kaysen from Washington High School, one of the finalists for the West Virginia Scholar Program today. You've educated us today. You now know what a genetic counselor is. And all the backup plan's anesthesiologist, TJ. Was that your backup plan, anesthesiologist?
My backup plan was, let's just say I don't raise the bar very high. So let's just put it that way.
Mine was freshman football coach. So you're already doing better than the two of us, Amara. Well, I mean, again, that bar's not very high.
But you know what? I can see the passion. And thank you for being here, and thank you for sharing your story, because for two older guys, we look for that kind of stuff. And when we see a young person like yourself come forward and talk about what you want to do and you're grabbing the opportunity, that's refreshing for guys like us. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Well, congratulations on being a finalist. Good luck later this afternoon. We appreciate you stopping by. Amara Kaysen, Washington High School. She is one of the finalists for the West Virginia Scholar Program, and the winner is going to be announced later on today. I'd like to thank some of the sponsors who have helped make this possible. Greer Industries, the West Virginia Hospital Association, ZMM Architects, the West Virginia Farm Bureau, Friends of Coal, all helping make this possible. And again, you have actually helped out as well with the online voting, helping select our winner, who will be announced in a couple of hours. Again, it's a life-changing opportunity for the student and their family, a full ride to West Virginia Wesleyan College. And boy, you could have asked, this is I'm going to start calling them Brian Dayton days. Chamber of Commerce Day here in Buchanan. It's beautiful outside.
Beautiful outside. And, I wrote a piece today, and it was an invitation to come join us because you're going to hear from some young people that will inspire you, and they never disappoint. I mean, to have that clarity, to have that passion in the two individuals that we just spoke to at such a young age, it's amazing. And it also gives you a lot of hope that, you know what, we deal with some heavy stuff, Dave, but it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay.
You know, by the way, since we're talking about the weather,
Yeah.
you know what day would be perfect for?
A day like today, I think it would be perfect for some boat action.
That's right, to get out on the lakes and rivers. But to do that, you need to check out the inventory at Lou Wendell Marine Sales. Great deals on pontoon and fishing boats. Check out the entire inventory at LouWendellMarineSales.com. Lou Wendell Marine Sales. We sell family fun. Lots more to get to. Jen Wood going to join us from ZMM Architects and Engineers. Also, we are going to check in with Greg Carey at the College World Series. The Mountaineers getting ready to take on North Carolina today, a rematch in a go or go home day out in Omaha. We'll talk to Greg, who should be at the stadium by now. I got to check my watch. He and I have had a time, because he's in Central Time. We're still in Eastern, obviously. Trying to figure out 11:45, our time, your time. No, my time, your time. He'll be on before the end of the hour, I promise. That's all coming up here as we are live on the campus of West Virginia Wesleyan College. This is MetroNews Talkline on the road in beautiful Buchanan. This is Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia. It's 11:30. Let's get a news update from the Metro News Radio Network. Find out what's happening all across the great state of West Virginia.
Today's Metro News television forecast is brought to you by Salango Law. Get results, not excuses.
Hey, welcome in. Got you a forecast update on a Wednesday. We're all dry out the door this morning. I'll be watching second half of this week, some increasing chances of rain and storms again. That may have some heavy rain and severe storm potential with that. Late today and tonight, northwestern areas of the state a marginal risk for an isolated severe storm that's possible late. And then tomorrow, more favored for likely rain and storms. Up to a slight risk for most of us, up to scattered severe weather, mostly damaging wind potential. And with some increasing heavy moisture again, dew points in like the 60s today, then climbing low to mid 70s for dew point values tomorrow. Some moderate to heavy and excessive rain may lead to some flash flood potential for the day tomorrow. A very low chance of a shower this morning and early this afternoon for eastern areas, including the Panhandle. We're in between a warm front and a cold front to the northwest. That's swinging with a strong low passing northwest of us. Late today, overnight, and tomorrow, I'll be timing and placing multiple rounds of showers and storms that may impact the morning and late in the day drive home tomorrow as well. Heavy rain, severe storms a possibility. Fly Super forecast, it starts at home. Chicago, high of 67. Keeping eyes on a risk of flash flooding and a severe weather outbreak in areas of Indiana and Illinois today. From Panhandle to Panhandle, chance of showers and storms late. Warmer, highs near 80. To the east, 70s up in the high elevations. Mid-80s elsewhere, warm, increasing humidity. So temps are going to be warmer statewide generally. A lot of 80s and middle 80s in here. 87 in Huntington. So showers and storms likely tomorrow through tomorrow night. Risk of severe weather. Ending early for Friday, dry for Juneteenth in the afternoon. Saturday, dry, 82. And then long-term, our next round of showers and storms with moisture increasing from the south again, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Within the next couple of few days as well, some moderate to strong south wind flow too.
This is Ben Salango with Salango Law. Salango Law has earned a reputation for getting excellent results for our clients. With decades of experience handling thousands of cases, we know what it takes to deliver. Proudly voted Best in the Valley for 3 consecutive years by readers of the Charleston Gazette-Mail, Salango Law is deeply committed to giving back by investing in our community. From supporting local programs to making our region a better place to live, Salango Law is proud to be your trusted legal and community partner. Check us out at salangolaw.com.
On the next State of Minds.
The number of users of AI just continues to grow every day, and the complexity of the tasks that people use them for. We are members of community, and we want to be hiring one of the community members or many of the community members where we go. And that's very important to us.
MetroNews Talkline on the road. We are at West Virginia Wesleyan College in beautiful Buchanan this afternoon. Well, it's still this morning. This afternoon, we will have our annual luncheon, and the winner of the West Virginia Scholar Program is going to be announced. One of the great partners in the West Virginia Scholar Program, of course, is ZMM Architects and Engineers. And joining us is Chief Marketing Officer Jen Wood. Jen, good to see you again. Thanks for stopping by.
This is the best day of the year. It really is. I mean, it's such a special day. We've been a part of this for so many years, and it's just near and dear to our heart to make sure that students are getting opportunities to stay in West Virginia and to explore educational opportunities, and we're better to do that here than West Virginia Wesleyan.
Why stay involved for so long with this program, with these opportunities for these kids?
Well, we are proud partners with Metro News. We appreciate the relationship that we've had with you all for so many years, but most importantly, we do a lot of outreach in West Virginia, Virginia, and Ohio to make sure that young people understand the educational opportunities that they have in their home state and in our region, to make sure that they see college as an option. We know that this is a game changer for the students who are here today, not just the one student who's selected, but all of the finalists, knowing that they have an opportunity to study and to explore educational opportunities in their careers here at West Virginia Wesleyan. We're committed to making sure that students see educational opportunities, not only because we'd love for them to pursue architecture and engineering, but if they don't do that, we know that we need young talent to study in our state and stay in our state, and that's why we're committed to that, because if we don't have the people here, then that obviously impacts our ability to do our work.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to make sure that everything we're doing is to improve the communities that we serve. We contribute more than $300,000 in financial contributions to nonprofits around the region every year. So it's not just programs like this, but it's programs to enhance the cultural and educational opportunities for students in this region, and making sure that folks have a greater opportunity to live, work, and play, and have a great opportunity in their home communities and throughout the area.
You worked in higher education for a number of years before you came to ZMM, but you're still connected, obviously, to higher education. Are we turning the page? Are we getting better at being able to keep these students here after they graduate?
I think it's a great opportunity, me personally, from coming from higher ed and nonprofit work to now being on the industry side, because I am able to see, we obviously saw it when I worked in higher education, but seeing the way that employers and companies in our region stepping up, providing insight and information to the higher education institutions, and also the institutions being open to exploring the ways that they can help train the workforce that we need in West Virginia.
Mm-hmm.
Many of our community and technical colleges are able to do programs in a very short turnaround to address some workforce needs if the state and Department of Commerce is recruiting a business here that needs a certain skill set. And then I know that the four-year institutions and, of course, other technical opportunities are making sure that we're meeting those needs. We just had the ribbon cutting a couple of months ago on the new Woody Williams Center for Advanced Learning Careers in Barbersville at Huntington Mall, and that's a partnership with Cabell County Schools, looking at a facility that was an empty retail storefront and converting that into a state-of-the-art national model for how career and technical education should be provided in the country. So taking an opportunity to put CTE, career and technical education, at the forefront. When we were growing up, oftentimes career and technical education was, in a certain hallway in the school or a facility that maybe folks didn't see. But I think K-12 and higher education are working together along with industry to make sure that that is on the forefront, so that our students see the opportunity, and that we're making sure our students know that they don't have to leave the state for education and work. They can do it right here at places like Woody Williams in Barbersville, to make sure that they have the opportunity right there in a retail space to get an education.
Beyond the academic and the educational requirements, what are you looking for out of new young employees? Who are you looking for to come work for you guys?
Passion and drive. We have 10 interns this summer. We had 18 last summer. We decided to pare that down just a little bit this year, but we had more than 75 applications from students all over the world for our internship program. But we're working with those students, and we see that they are sponges. They want to come in and learn and get the hands-on education, that then when they go back to school in the fall, they have the real-world application for what they've been learning in the classroom. And we feel like it's a perfect marriage with our higher education partners and where the students that we recruit for our internships and full-time positions attend school, because they're getting a holistic approach for what we're doing. We have a scholarship at Marshall University for students who are from West Virginia who want to study engineering, and we actually hired 3 of our summer interns from last summer. They've since graduated since last summer, and we've hired them as full-time. And our hope is that with our internship program that we're building the pipeline to be able to continue to recruit architects and engineers that are from the region that want to stay here. But ultimately, we really want, we're looking for folks that are creative and passionate about serving the communities. And we actually hear that when we go out to career fairs and talk to students. They're interested in coming to work at ZMM because of the work that we do to serve communities, and that we don't just create a space or a place for a community and then walk away. We are partners with our clients forever. They'll call on us years after we've completed a project and say, hey, we want some insight or expertise on this, or they'll call us back in for a follow-up project or an expansion of what we've already done. We're actually getting ready to start working on the expansion at Shawnee, because we did the original project, and then we did the new Welcome and Tourism Center, and we were just now selected to do the expansion of the additional fields there. And what better opportunity for us than to be a part of a project that's grown and continues to bring tourism to the area, and that we're all working all the time and working together to make sure that the places that our employees are working and living and going to school and doing all of those things are better. So whether it's a school that we're supporting, a higher education institution, Kanawha County Commission with Shawnee and things like that, it's a great opportunity for us to make sure that we're really approaching this from a holistic standpoint. We want to make sure that our state and our region is the best that it can be.
Jen Wood with ZMM Architects and Engineers, one of the partners for the West Virginia Scholar Program. Thanks so much for being a part of this again, Jen.
Always
Good to see you
happy
again.
to be here. Yeah, we have some exciting announcements coming in the next couple weeks, so hopefully we'll be talking with you guys soon.
Well, you know where to find us.
Absolutely. Thank you so much.
We'll talk to 2 more of the finalists when we return. This is Talkline from West Virginia Wesleyan.
Feeling under the weather but don't want to leave home? With WVU Medicine Virtual Urgent Care, you can connect with a provider in minutes, right from your phone, tablet, or computer. From cold and flu symptoms to minor injuries and more. Expert care is just a click away. No waiting room, no commute. Available when you need it most, including evenings and weekends. Skip the trip and feel better faster. Visit wvumedicine.org/virtualuc.
Right now, America is hungry for energy, more power, more reliability, and more security. So here's a question worth asking. Why not coal? And why not now? West Virginia sits on one of the most abundant energy resources in the world. Generations of miners, proven infrastructure, and coal-fired power plants already delivering dependable, around-the-clock electricity. At a time when demand is surging and reliability matters more than ever, coal isn't a question mark, it's a solution. Today, there's robust support in West Virginia and Washington to strengthen American energy independence using the resources we already have. So again, we ask, why not coal? And why not now? Because when it comes to powering our homes, our hospitals, our economy, and new opportunities, West Virginia Coal is ready. A message from the Friends of Coal, powering America today and tomorrow.
Picture a community where every space tells a story. Those are the communities we're designing at ZMM Architects and Engineers. With a blend of creativity and technical expertise, we design spaces that inspire, innovate, and ignite change. From cutting-edge educational facilities to community-centric gathering spaces, we're committed to improving lives through design. Let us help you shape a brighter future for generations to come. Because at ZMM, it's more than architecture. It's about building your legacy.
Summer in West Virginia means open roads, blue skies, and endless possibilities. But if you don't have reliable wheels, getting to work or making it to a doctor's appointment can feel like an uphill climb. That's where Good News Mountaineer Garage comes in. We take donated vehicles, fix them up, and get them to fellow mountaineers who need them the most. This summer, let's keep our community moving. Donate a vehicle today by calling 866-GIVE-CAR or visit goodnewsmountaineergarage.org. Donate a car, change a life.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
In 1914, the same year the first commercial flight soared and the Panama Canal opened, Greer Industries was born. Herbert and Agnes Greer began in Morgantown, West Virginia, striking the first pick into the limestone formation that would become the backbone of one of the state's great industrial legacies. From the roads we drive on, the buildings we build, and the communities we serve, Greer Industries has been delivering quality for decades. At Greer Industries, we've been improving lives for more than a century.
For couples that are experiencing infertility, about half will have the male factor in the diagnosis. At the WVU Medicine Center for Reproductive Medicine, we offer a wide array of treatment options for male factor infertility. There's really no reason you would need to go anywhere else. If we can identify and treat male factor infertility, we can prevent couples from even having to go down the road of IVF, saving you potentially money and time. We're here to help build a family. We have the capabilities and we care.
On the next State of Minds.
The number of users of AI just continues to grow every day, and the complexity of the tasks that people use them for. We are members of community, and we want to be hiring one of the community members or many of the community members where we go, and that's very important to us.
The best selection of WVU apparel is at Daniel's Men's Store. Exclusive designs you won't find anywhere else. Stylish, sophisticated, and unmistakably mountaineer. Shop in store or online at danielsofmorgantown.com.
You own a boat because you love spending time on the water. Choose the outboard that allows you to make the most of it. Honda Marine's legendary reliability, ease of maintenance, and powerful performance keep you going strong.
MetroNews Talkline is presented by Encova Insurance, encircling you with coverage to protect what you care about most. Visit Encova.com to learn more.
We're on the campus of West Virginia Wesleyan College today for the West Virginia Scholar Program. One of the finalists joining us, William Jarvis from Nicholas County High School. Congratulations so far. Hey, do me a favor, just pull that mic right up close to your, so we can hear you. There you go, much better. Much better. So how'd you find out about the scholarship program and decide you're going to jump in and take a chance?
Well, I've always thought about Wesleyan as an opportunity for college, and then one of my friends knew about the scholarship before me, and they told me about it, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Here I am.
Why Wesleyan? Why do you like it here?
Well, first of all, the campus. It's one of the flattest campuses I've seen so far. Second of all, in terms of the education here, from what I've researched, it's better than most of the competition in West Virginia.
So what do you want to study? Do you have an idea what direction you want to go?
I plan to study philosophy and pre-law before I move on to law school here in West Virginia.
Philosophy, why that as a pre-law major?
Well, that one specifically, among other humanities, have always interested me, and it's become a habit of mine to research.
Okay. Why? What part? Is it a certain philosopher? Is it just seeking the truth? Why that particular topic?
I've always been interested in learning the truth of things. Just the research in general and what it focuses on. The study of knowledge itself, the study of people, and the study of just everything, really, metaphysics specifically.
And you want to use that as the springboard into law school, so what interests you about the legal field?
I've always been interested in law. I enjoy reading, and I find that I can pore over information and formulate based off of it.
Is there any specific path that you could see, aspect of the law that you'd like to dedicate your life to?
Criminal defense.
Really?
Yep. It's always interested me to help give people second chances in the court of law.
You nervous? You excited? You look pretty relaxed from over here.
Presenter's voice.
What do you like to do for fun?
Read, play games, and paint. Those are my top three.
Paint?
Yep.
What kind of painting?
Recently, I started picking up abstract paintings.
Huh.
Before that, I was just mainly focusing on landscaping.
He's William Jarvis from Nicholas County High School, one of the 15 finalists for the West Virginia Scholar Program. Hey, interesting to meet you. Thanks so much, and good luck this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
All right, let's see. We got one more student to, he's talking to Larry. Hey, Larry. Larry, can we get one more? What do they call that? Breaking the fourth wall? Is that what that's called in show business?
We break the wall.
We break a lot of walls, TJ. We'll go ahead and, hey, William, thank you very much. Appreciate it, buddy. And we'll get our next finalist on. Oh, I see why this guy's a finalist. Travis Jones must have picked him out of the crowd. Micah Britton?
Yes, sir.
From Bridgeport High School.
Just adjust that for you. There you go.
Thank you.
All right, Micah. Hey, buddy. Thanks for coming on. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
How'd you find out about the Scholar Program?
My mom signed me up for it, basically.
Moms have a way of doing those things. You go, listen, you're going to take this chance. Take this opportunity.
Were you familiar with West Virginia Wesleyan before you found out about the scholarship?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. How?
So I'm from Bridgeport. I live about 30 minutes away, and I also have a family here, too. So we always visit down here to see them, and we sometimes just stroll around here at West Virginia Wesleyan. And I've been to open houses here, and we sometimes go to sports games here, too.
Okay. So what are you involved with at Bridgeport High School?
I'm currently in the band, so I do marching and concert band. I also am in the jazz band, and I run cross country too, and I'm in Spanish Honor Society as well.
Well, you could jam with the president here because he's a musician.
Yeah, he's
you
a
guys
jazz
could get
guy.
something. Are you into jazz? You said, yeah.
Well, yes, I know he's Grammy nominated too for playing on the trumpet, so that's cool.
And your instrument is again? Sorry.
A trombone.
Trombone. Okay. Nice.
We get him. We get those guys on the instruments. We got the two young ladies earlier. The one's a cappella, one's in the chorus. We got to. We can manage it, TJ. I think we got an investment.
Well, you're
opportunity.
a drummer. You're a drummer, right?
Yeah.
I was
once
a
upon
drummer.
a time.
Once upon a time. Okay.
Once upon a time.
That's awesome.
So, what do you want to study once you get to get on to the next step?
Environmental studies.
Really?
What does that entail?
Yeah. So for me, I want to do conservation work as I grew up. Right now, I do volunteer work with the MAPS bird bearing program, which means the monitoring avian productivity and survivorship. So what we do is we set up nets and we catch birds and put a ban on them to monitor how to see how they survive and if they are reproducing, so that way the species is flourishing as well. So yeah, that's what that's basically the beginning for me, and I want to take that and that experience that I have right now and do that when I grow up and graduate college.
Micah Britton from Bridgeport High School, one of the 15 finalists for the West Virginia Scholar Program. Hey, congratulations on being a finalist. Good luck this afternoon at the luncheon.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Appreciate you stopping by. Let's quickly go out to Omaha, where Greg Carey is standing by. The Mountaineers taking on North Carolina this afternoon in a win-or-go-home game. Greg, set the scene for us out in Omaha today. Good morning.
Good morning to you guys. Yes, I'm live here at Charles Schwab Field. We're closing in on 2 hours before first pitch. As you mentioned, West Virginia needs a victory to prolong its season at least another game, and if they can pull it off, that would set up a winner-take-all matchup again with the Tar Heels tomorrow in bracket 1, with the winner of that contest then advancing to the Men's College World Series Finals. On the flip side, UNC just needs one victory before 2 losses. As we know, as a result of their 5-2 win over West Virginia on Sunday, they are in the driver's seat of this bracket. So a lot at stake here. West Virginia has thrived in these elimination settings as throughout the postseason. We go back to the Morgantown Regional, and the Mountaineers fended off elimination 3 times, beating Wake Forest once and then Kentucky twice. And yesterday, putting together what I think could be considered one of the better all-around performances, obviously, this season. They broke the game open in the later innings, got an outstanding pitching performance from Dawson Montesa and reliever Reese Bassinger. And as a result, they live to see another day. And now the question becomes, can the Mountaineers do it once more?
Keys to victory today, Greg.
Well, I will give you one here off the bat. And, we know that there's so many momentum swings in college baseball, but West Virginia is 39-3 when they score first. That's the best in the NCAA. Carolina is 42-4 when they score first. That's the second best in the NCAA. So West Virginia will be the home team today. North Carolina will be batting first. And not to say that, a 1-0 lead is certainly indicative of who's going to win, but for West Virginia, they've got to get a lead in this game, within the first 4 or 5 innings. We know that North Carolina has an outstanding bullpen that was showcased throughout Sunday's victory. They have arguably the best relief pitcher in all of college baseball in Caden Glauber, a guy who skipped his senior year of high school, and he has made 27 appearances this season. North Carolina has won every game that he has appeared in. So you're probably going to see him at some point in this game. North Carolina starting Folger Bellows, who has not pitched since May 31st against East Carolina, kind of had a season similar to Dawson Montesa. He's had some ups, he's had some downs, he's been in and out of the rotation, has not pitched in more than 2 weeks, but if he's going anything beyond 3 innings in this game, that probably doesn't bode well for West Virginia because it probably means that he's pitching well enough that they feel comfortable to leave him in. So as good as the Tar Heel bullpen is, the earlier you can get into it probably means the better you've done against Folger Bellows and maybe, even playing with a lead, which we know West Virginia has thrived in that situation for much of this season.
Sounds like, Greg, that West Virginia hitters need to be aggressive and go up there looking for something to hit early in the count.
Yeah, and I think we kind of saw that yesterday. West Virginia was desperately kind of seeking that breakthrough hit with some guys on base. They got it in the 6th inning when Gavin Kelly really broke the game open with that one swing for a 3-run homer. But, the Mountaineers did have opportunities Sunday. They were 1 for 9 with runners in scoring position in that loss to North Carolina. Obviously, that's not a recipe for success. That's something they're going to have to improve on. But I just think West Virginia needs to play as free and loose and aggressive as possible. You get guys like Armani Guzman and some of your faster players on base. You're going to have to try to get them in motion and manufacture runs. This is not a North Carolina team that's going to beat itself. They have not allowed a single unearned run in 8 NCAA tournament games. They've only allowed 24 runs. So, if you're relying on Carolina to make mistakes and beat itself, that's probably not going to be the case.
This Metro News update from Omaha brought to you by Jarrett Construction. Right on time, right on budget. Call Jarrett Construction, license number WV030133. Greg, we appreciate the update. Enjoy the game today, and hopefully we're talking to you again tomorrow.
Always a pleasure, guys. Have a good one.
Greg Carey out in Omaha. And again, the Metro News update from Omaha brought to you by Jarrett Construction. Right on time, right on budget. Call Jarrett Construction, license number WV030133. Back to Buchanan to wrap things up from West Virginia Wesleyan College in a moment.
Approach your retirement with confidence. With over 150 years of combined experience, the advisors of the Stike team at Wealth Enhancement Group provide advice and wealth management strategies to individuals, families, small businesses, professional offices, and institutions. With the Stike team, you'll have access to an advising team with extensive resources, a client-first mindset, and a passion for helping transform the lives of those we serve. Visit wealthenhancement.com/Stike today and join the team that's dedicated to your success.
They say you can't take the lottery with you. But now, you can play anywhere, anytime with iPlay, the West Virginia Lottery's official app. From Cooper's Rock to the Greenbrier River, from the bleachers to your living room, iPlay goes where you do. Safe, simple, and always West Virginia proud. Play anywhere, anytime. Download iPlay today. iPlay, the fun, secure way to play, wherever life takes you. 18 plus to play. Play responsibly.
Plan a holiday getaway to the 64th Annual Mountain State Art and Craft Fair, July 2nd through the 4th at Cedar Lakes in Ripley, West Virginia. Shop for handmade Appalachian crafts, enjoy live music, a quilt show, and don't forget the great food. Celebrate America's 250th at America's largest small-town Independence Day celebration. Learn more at RipleyCVB.com. It's all happening on Independence Day weekend in beautiful Ripley. Once you do it, you'll be back.
You're listening to Talkline on Metro News, the voice of West Virginia.
I'm Sean Kovich, Mountaineer Golf Coach. When disaster strikes your home, business, or golf game, call the restoration company the Mountaineers call. Panhandle Cleaning and Restoration.
For couples that are experiencing infertility, about half will have the male factor in the diagnosis. At the WVU Medicine Center for Reproductive Medicine, we offer a wide array of treatment options for male factor infertility. There's really no reason you would need to go anywhere else. If we can identify and treat male factor infertility, we can prevent couples from even having to go down the road of IVF, saving you potentially money and time. We're here to help build a family. We have the capabilities and we care.
leading the efforts to build a stronger West Virginia. The High Technology Foundation has a proven plan to strengthen and diversify our state's economy. The I-79 Technology Park's high-capacity infrastructure continues to attract advanced federal operations that are driving economic growth. This keeps our young, educated residents in the state and brings West Virginians home. The High Technology Foundation, building a stronger West Virginia. Learn more today at WVHTF.org.
Longer days, warmer drives, and better deals at Dan Cava GMC. Hit the road in one of our new luxury GMC Acadias. Take your pick from our massive selection. Now up to $5,500 off select new Acadias and 3.9% for 60 months. The great deals continue with our large selection of quality pre-owned vehicles. All this and more at Dan Cava GMC in Bridgeport. Shop the world.
Jackpots are growing in West Virginia. Jackpots are on the rise every week. Powerball hits Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. Mega Millions lights up Tuesdays and Fridays. That's 5 chances a week to get in on life-changing jackpots. Play in store and online. 18 plus to play. Please play responsibly. Powerball jackpot's $283 million. Mega Millions jackpot is $452 million. So go ahead, play today. Check back at WVMetroNews.com. Find out who won the West Virginia Scholarship later this afternoon. TJ. He's by himself the rest of the week. Give him your attention.